who I dragged on incidentally. Because, you know, he was telling me some very interesting things, so I thought you all should hear from, you know, a gentleman who's investing in our state, a gentleman who values our state, and who's been doing tremendous things and creating tremendous employment opportunities in our state as well. So thank you, Sabu Jacob Garu, for all the kind words you had and for all the nice things you've said about our state, the investment situation, etc. here. And to all the award winners, congratulations. Those who haven't won the awards, still, congratulations to you as well, because I'm sure there is plenty that Vagish has, which he will be sharing with you in days to come. Since this is my last meeting before this election, before the next general election, that is the last CII annual meeting, let me also do my fiduciary responsibility and ask you to vote me back to power and ensure that we come back as a government in 2023. I'm guessing by the applause that I'll come back, so I'm hopeful. Quickly, I'll just, I do have a written speech, Vagish, but ज़्यादा नहीं जाऊँगा उसमें. Just quickly, I'm sure you've been following what all has been happening in Telangana in the last few weeks, few months, couple of months in fact, and some very, very interesting and exciting things happening. We just concluded BioAsia, which is one of Asia's largest premier events, and some very exciting things have unfolded there. In fact, back in 2021, in the midst of the pandemic, we had conducted BioAsia in a virtual mode. And we made a commitment to ourselves that the current ecosystem valuation back then, 2021, of life sciences industry in Telangana and Hyderabad, and Telangana, not Hyderabad alone, but Telangana, was about $50 billion, and we'll double it by 2030, was what the ambition that we had set for ourselves. But you know, what happened sometimes, you know, is really good. From 50 billion in 2020, we actually went to 80 billion in 2022. So a 30 billion increase in just about two and a half years, which was a huge surprise for us as well. Because I think after the pandemic, the world has realized that we need to invest more in healthcare, we need to invest more in life sciences, we need to ensure that this brilliant industry which saves lives needs to be focused on. So therefore, governments across the world, I think institutions across the world, individuals across the world have started investing more and more in life sciences, and therefore the valuation just jumped from 50 to 80 billion in a span of 2.5 years. So we had the good challenge of resetting our target, because you know the 100 billion target that we had set for ourselves by 2030, we are now going to be shooting it through in 2025, 5 years ahead of schedule. So therefore we said, okay, now let's actually challenge ourselves more. Let's do a revised target. Now what we've come out with is to ensure that this 80 billion industry today becomes a 250 billion industry by 2030. It's audacious, it's bold, it's ambitious, but I think it's imminently doable. The reason why I say this is because today Hyderabad and Telangana have so many strengths that we can consolidate, that we can build on, and that we can continue to leverage on. One of the things I will tell you is, of course, the vaccine industry and how Hyderabad today is the vaccine capital of the world. 35% of world vaccines are produced from Hyderabad. In fact, 9 billion doses are produced from Hyderabad. And come next year, with all the expansion happening in the city, with Bharat, with Biologically, with Sanofi, with Indian Immunologicals and others. In fact, Serum is now setting up a center of excellence here. So all of this combined will take us to almost 14 billion doses by hopefully end of next year. But that will make it 50% of the current vaccine production of the globe coming from one single location, that is Hyderabad and Telangana, which is a huge, huge matter of pride, matter of happiness to all of us. But how do we consolidate this? We produce 35% of global vaccines. We produce 40% of Indian pharmaceuticals. We also have the largest number of US FDA approved manufacturing facilities, pharma manufacturing facilities in the world for any single province. We have 214 units in Hyderabad and Telangana. The second largest number is actually in New Jersey, 189. So we have the largest number of US FDA approved facilities for any single province or a single state in the world. Also, with the blessings of our Honorable Chief Minister, we had launched the Telangana Medical Devices Park in Sultanpur in Patancheru. Now that is shaped up really well. We have more than 50 units running already. We have 30 more which will be unveiled soon. And we already have the world's largest stent manufacturing facility in a single location in our medical devices park. Now this is the brilliant story of life sciences in Hyderabad. We have across the spectrum of life sciences, we have various activities. Now we need to consolidate and we need to play to our strengths, and we need to also, of course, start looking at newer opportunities. So therefore, we have now, as you all know, we've been talking about it for a while, Hyderabad Pharma City, which will be again the world's largest pharma cluster, single pharma cluster. That is also on the anvil. In fact, we're in the last leg of the court cases, etc. Now it's reserved for judgment. I'm hopeful that it will come through soon. We'll attract more than $8 billion of investment. We'll create more than 500,000 jobs in the single pharma cluster. We'll add to the valuation, we'll add to number of plans that we have with respect to pharma sector. Also, we are expanding Genome Valley. We are also expanding Medical Devices Park. The demand is more than the supply right now, in fact. And I think each and every time I visit Genome Valley, each and every time I visit the Medical Devices Park, I only come back more energized and more enthused about the possibilities, about the future, about the growth opportunities, and about how Hyderabad and Telangana can continue to create opportunities for the rest of India and the rest of the globe as well. I'm very confident that life sciences ecosystem and its valuation and the targets that we have set for ourselves of $250 billion by 2030 is imminently doable, provided, of course, I'm elected back and provided I'm running the state and I continue to run the state as well. Not only life sciences, jokes apart, not only life sciences, we also have several other strengths, several other strong areas. Technology, as you all know, is again a very strong suit of Telangana. Today, Hyderabad and Telangana can boast of some of the strongest names in technology in the world. Just before I came into this room, I was talking to a UK-based company called Deliveroo. They're like the Swiggy and Zomato version who operate in 10 plus countries across the world. They have a tech development center here. It started last year. And they were telling me how swiftly they were growing in Telangana. Not only do we have the startups, we just had 2 or 3 startups, who were all awarded here. Marut, Drones, Prem, Bharat and Pavan from Skyroot, the entire team of Dhruva Space. These guys are charting, the new unknown territories. In fact, nobody ever thought space tech in India would be a sector that would be talking about with optimism. But today, we have 2 Hyderabad startups. Skyroot, which sent the first private, rocket into space in first attempt successfully. I think they deserve a huge round of applause. Guys, if you can please stand up for a minute. Bharat and Pavan, did they leave the room or? They left the room, okay. So they're a T-Hub incubating and they've done really well. Even Elon Musk, by comparison, just to draw a quick, simple comparison. Even Elon Musk and his company SpaceX had to make 3 attempts to send a rocket successfully into the orbit. But they have done it in their first attempt. The second company I'd like to acknowledge is, of course, Dhruva. Are you guys here? Okay, these boys, please stand up. These 4 guys. Just after a week, after Skyroot had done the rocket launch, these guys have sent nanosatellites through a Thibault mission into the orbit as well. Please give them a big, big round of applause. So these are the new guys. These are the new guys. These are the change agents, as I call them, who are giving me hope. Where is Prem of Marut? Is he here? If he's here, Prem again is redefining the whole drone space. In fact, he was instrumental in working with us in launching a very unique project. Prem, that is Prem, by the way. Prem from Marut Drones. He was instrumental in launching a wonderful project called as Medicine from the Sky. When we delivered, we were the first state in India to partner with the World Economic Forum, to partner with Apollo Hospitals, to deliver medicines and vaccines from Hyderabad, Vikharabad to remote areas, to remote PHCs and other locations. Now, these are some cutting-edge, cool technologies that are going to redefine the landscape as far as we can see in India. So information technology and the technology prowess of Hyderabad. We have some of the largest companies of the world whose largest bases are here. Amazon's world's largest base is in Hyderabad. Largest campus is in Hyderabad, not in Seattle. Google, Apple, Meta, Microsoft, of course, and Salesforce, Uber, Micron, Qualcomm, all of these companies, their second largest basis in the world, outside of their headquarters, is right here. In fact, we have more than 1 million people working directly in technology from Hyderabad. Now, what does this do? On the one hand, we have strong presence in life sciences, where we have more than 450,000 people working in the life sciences area. And we have technology, where we have more than 1 million people working right here in Hyderabad. We all know how pervasive technology is in today's world, because technology has literally not left any sphere of life untouched. We live in a world